I'm going to show you 9 gaming setups, and trust me, the last one is unbelievable. You have to check this out. So let's get into the first gaming setup. This is Robbie. He's a 15-year-old from the UK, and he's been building a setup for 3 years now. Before the IKEA desk, he had an unsturdy L desk, and he likes the color red and white. So here are my 2 moods in my setup, and I'm repainting it to a lighter gray in the next couple weeks. He afforded the setup from Christmas and birthday money, and he built the setup all by himself other than his dad modifying his desk for him. The main games he plays is CSGO, Valorant, GTA, the finals, and Fortnite. And he mainly built this setup for gaming and schoolwork. All right, take a look. Wait, this is kind of nice, yo. So looking at the setup, I love how you like use this space really effectively. Like, it seems like it's a wall to a wall, you know, and it's like sunk in. So you really use your space really effectively, like this shelf up top. I love how you put the mini shelves in between and like kind of a nice little angle. And then on top of that, you ran a Govee glide. The only thing I can give you actually that would help is see how this cable comes down this side. I would recommend Govee glides. You can put this connector on either side. You don't have to do it on this side. You can do it on the other one. So what I'd recommend is pulling this cable down and putting it behind your PC so it's hidden, and then this cable won't go down. I really like how you encapsulated the whole setup. Like, this is very, very clean, dude. The way that you did this, like how it fit into the room, I think it's amazing. I love the little mini shelf built in. I love it. And then like a little speaker right there. I'd maybe get a raceway for that cable or something. But like looking at the setup overall, I love how you built it into this area. Also, another thing that could help you as well, see how it's like on individual mounts here, like this little mounting system that you have. I believe that these kind of suck in my opinion. I always recommend to do 2 individual mounts. If not, then cool, you can keep it the same way. It still works either way. But that would also allow you to move this PC more horizontal instead of diagonal, because I feel like you're gonna hit this with your mouse pad a lot. So, but overall, dude, beautiful setup. I mean, this is really nice. Okay, I would rate this a solid 8.5. This is Bryce. He's a 15-year-old out of Kansas, and he works for e-commerce, and his main games are Battlefield 2042, Call of Duty, and GTA 5. Took him around a week to build, a very cheap and budget build, and he afforded this by saving up and buying eBay and Facebook Marketplace. All right, man. What is this? There's really not any advice I can give you besides buy a new desk and a new chair, maybe, and maybe a better new monitor. You know what? In fact, just throw away the whole setup. Like, you know, I'm joking, but you know, overall, I think that you just need a new monitor, maybe a monitor mount, maybe some sort of way to take your PC off of the desk, because I feel like right now it takes up too much space. So I'd recommend taking this PC and maybe getting like some sort of like Alex drawer or a side table to throw it on, and then running the cables this way. That way, you know, it takes it off the desk. Then you have more room on it. Overall, it's not bad though. I think you did a pretty decent job with like what you had. Yeah, I would definitely cable manage too if you can, but maybe some sort of side thing to take the PC off and then run the cables and get a new monitor, and bam. Not gonna lie, the chair looks comfy, but it's definitely hideous. I mean, I'd probably give this like a solid 4.5. This is Aspen, or he goes by Monkey or Monkey Pop. She's an 18-year-old female living in Boring, Utah. Her dad has helped her with the setup and will be helping her with future projects for the setup as well. She wanted the setup to have more personality in the bedroom, to stream games on one monitor while having chat on the other. Her main games are Fortnite, COD, Minecraft, and sometimes 2K. She plans on getting new stuff throughout 2024. She got a keyboard and mouse for Christmas. She'll be keeping that, but a lot of other stuff she's getting rid of. Okay, this is cool. The room's cool. But my opinion, I mean, WTV, honestly, like, you got a lot, you know, you got a lot going on there. But I would recommend that this desk, like this desk needs to go. I can't even imagine what you're going through using this. So I'd recommend the first thing to start with of this setup is get a new desk. Start with a bigger desk. What I would also recommend is getting 2 individual monitor mounts for both your monitors, centering the right monitor with how you play and stuff. Like center this one in the center, make this one kind of off to the side. Honestly, after that, I would recommend like some sort of cable management system, whether it be like a raceway underneath. But honestly, it's not bad. I mean, it just has a lot of potential. The room is really nice. Hey, I can't lie. The Phase of Fur mouse pad's kind of fire. I would probably give it like a solid 6 out of 10, maybe. This is David. They are a 14-year-old from Pennsylvania, and their main games is Fortnite and Siege, and they play them both competitively. They built their setup for gaming, streaming, and content creation, and now it's just crossing a year since they built their setup. They afforded this setup by Christmas and birthday money and upgrading over time, and they built this entirely by themselves with inspiration from TechSource and Gutsy 8. Thank you. The one thing I would recommend with the setup, obviously, I saw the cables. I think everybody else was saying them. Just a raceway across the middle of this would actually hide a lot of this. Like, even if you had just like a little raceway right here. I'm not sure what this setup is. Maybe this is the Xbox setup or something, which I think that's what it is. But if I'm being honest, I like your Xbox setup more than I like your main setup. Like if I'm looking at this like objectively, right? I feel like you have more room and space on your Xbox setup than you do on your main one. Also, these legs seem very intrusive on where you're sitting. Overall though, I like what you do with like the shelves and the personality above the setup. The behind the setup seems pretty interesting too. Overall, it's not a bad setup. I think it could use some work for sure. I would probably rate this like a solid, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. This is Lane. He's a 14-year-old out of Texas, and he goes to school and he drop ships for working and studying. His main games are Fortnite and GTA, and he wanted to level up his gaming experience by building the setup. Took him around 1 month to build the entire thing. I love the PC. I wish that there was just like a picture of the PC somewhere. I think he took a picture of his MacBook, but not the PC, which is like the most interesting thing in his setup. I love the case that he built this PC in, man. I love that there's like something over here I can't see. Like it looks like some sort of desk or something you're working on, or like some sort of 3D printing bench or something like that. Looking at the setup itself though, I mean, it's not bad. I do like the off-white theme and idea here. The chair has got to go for sure. Like somebody took a bite out of your chair. I think you did a pretty good job with this. Honestly, I would recommend more personality throughout the walls. I'd probably give this a solid 7.8. This is Colby. He's a 14-year-old full-time student out of the United States, and his main games are Fortnite and the finals. He built a setup for casual browsing, gaming, and streaming, and it took him around 4 weeks to build this entire setup. And he started in the beginning of December, and he was able to afford his entire setup by selling trading cards throughout the holidays. His dad helped him build his gaming setup overall, and let's take a look. Honestly, I really like this. The only thing that I don't like is that it's a black and wood themed setup with a white PC case. Like it just, the PC seems like an eyesore now, because like you put all this time and effort to making this black theme work, and then you just threw a white PC in it. And I think that's like, I think it kind of killed the vibe of what you were going through. Like I see some of the white here, right? Like it's okay, but overall, I love the room. I love the idea. I think there could be more personality on the wall to the right and maybe to the left a little, but the cable management could be a little better as well. Maybe just a raceway underneath there would fix it. The PC also looks pretty clean, but I would have loved to see a lot more black components here. Very, very clean. I love your placement of your things on your desk, like the Echo Show 5. The mic arm is pretty good positioning too. The speakers are good. The only thing that kind of kills it for me is the white PC case and less personality. But yeah, I'd give this like a solid 8. I'll let y'all vote if we're what do you guys think we should do? Should we react to this guy's setup? Lots of 2s. I say we skip. Democracy. This is a 20-year-old out of Florida. His main games are COD, Modern Warfare, and racing games. He built the setup because he wanted to do game and do work in the same space. His PC is used for work, etc., and the PS5 is for gaming. The PC is good for gaming, but I just don't do it, unfortunately. Sometimes he does even... Sometimes he does it there. Oh my. Sometimes he'll do it. Sometimes he'll play games here and there on the PC. Although it doesn't have a lot of personality for the most part, and I would love to see more of it, the setup itself is very clean. Like it looks pretty damn solid. The keyboard and mouse is kind of budget, which you could upgrade, but like it's very, very clean. The keyboard is bad, I agree, but like they're more budget, right? But it's very clean. I would give this a solid 7. All right, chat. This is Henry. He's a 13-year-old out of the US, and he plays sports and video games. And his main games he plays at this setup is Fortnite, Rocket League, and Minecraft. He started building the setup for school and video games, and he started building it around 2 months ago. So let's check it out. Oh my Lord. What is this? What is happening here? All right, dude. All right, like what is happening, dude? Like, okay, I like the personality, I like the shelves, but like what is with the lights, man? This doesn't work. All right, this is why Govee made what they made, you know what I'm saying? Like this is why Govee took a time to make LEDs that are already diffused, you know what I'm saying? He has a lot of controllers, right? He could have sold half of these controllers and then bought a PC at that point. But overall, I think it's not a bad setup. I mean it's a good start, I guess, but really not much to say. I don't really have a lot of advice for this. I mean, just take down these LEDs. I'm gonna give it like a solid 2.5. This is Lucas. He's a 13-year-old out of Kansas, and he does not have a job yet since he's in middle school. His main games is Sea of Thieves, Roblox, Forza Horizon 5, and he built the setup so he could have fun with friends and be able to play high and GPU intense games. He's been building the setup around 6-ish years, and here are some of the products he used in it. So let's take a look at this setup. For 13, this is not bad. The cables, yes, could be a little better, right? Like, you know, because the power strip's on the floor. But other than that, the cables aren't really that bad. This is the only little thing. If you just bought bought one of those boxes to put the power supply in and just ran one cable up, that wouldn't be bad at all. And it looks like he did cable manage down the legs here to run the cables, which is pretty good. He also has a headphone hanger in the bottom right, which is clean. This isn't bad. I mean, this is pretty good for 13. The only question I have, right, is why did he get 32-inch monitors? This is a pretty big monitor. Anyway, overall, looking at the setup, I would probably rate this like a solid, I'm gonna give it a solid 7. If this video is at all helpful for you, make sure to subscribe and also watch this video next for more setup inspiration. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.